Assalamu alaikum. My name is Qaseem and today we are going to discuss how we can do filing in C. So let's start. First of all, we would include header files which are necessary to manipulate the file relating objects, pointers and other built-in functions. First of all, we will include header file studio.h, which is required to manipulate file, then header file kunio.h. I hope you would have basic knowledge of C, what are header files and why they are used. So in order to access a file, first of all we would have to open that particular file. In order to open a file, there is a built-in function which is defined in studio.h, that is open, which requires two string arguments. First string argument will specify the file name. In this case we would specify it input file .text. Extension should be specified, and second string argument will specify the file mode, in which mode the file is being opened or is going to be opened. There are certain modes of file opening of which we are going to discuss only the write and read mode for basic filing video. Always keep it in mind that the second argument is also a string. Why it is string? Because the file mode may be WB for binary file to open in a write mode, and W plus for opening a file in a write and a read mode. So that's why second argument is also taken as a string. First mode is the write mode, and second, which we will discuss in this video, is read mode. So open function will return a non-null value if it successfully opened the file which is mentioned in the first argument. So if it successfully opened the file, it would return a structure. It would return an address of the structure which will hold the file information. When a file is open, there are certain informations which we will have to keep in order to access that particular file, that is its size in bytes and other relating informations such as the cursor position, the current cursor positions and certain others. So in order to access that particular file, we will have to collect that information via pointer. That pointer is a file type pointer. So here we can use a check if this file pointer is not equal to null. Main file has successfully opened. So if it is not equal to null, file will be opened successfully. If it is equal to null, then we can print an error message that printf file opening error. You can also use the built-in function print error. It requires an argument. You can specify here a string that is file opening error or some other error message, or you can specify the function which will cause the error. In this case, fopen. If there is an error, then fopen will cause an error. The system error will printed by the print error built-in function. Exit. So in order to use exit built-in function, we will have to include the header file, standardlib.h. So if file has successfully opened, then we should print a message that file has successfully opened. And if file has successfully opened, then we can use it. So in order to write something in a file, we will take help of the character, because we are only discussing the basics of C++ C filing. We will also discuss the C++ filing in the later videos, inshallah. So let's write here a logic that until the user can press enter, all the characters should be written in the file input file.txt. So in order to write in a file, there is a built-in function that is fput character. It requires two arguments. First one is the character which you are going to put in the file, and second argument is the pointer that points that particular file. In this case is a file ptr. So here is the logic for a program that until the user press enter, all the characters should be written in a file. Here let's display a message that data has been successfully written in the file. And at the end, we should have to close that particular file. So let's run the program, and when we run the program, there must be an error. So let's see what that particular error. File opening error, that is fopen, no such file and directory. So why file has not been opened? It's not open because the read mode is only for reading data from a file if it exists. If it does not exist, then the read mode will print an error message. Then the file would not be open in a read mode if it not exist. So what should we do in order to create a file initially? In order to create a file, there is a mode, that is write mode. What this mode will do, it will simply check whether a particular file exists. If it exists, then it open it in a write mode. Otherwise, it first create the file specified in the first argument. So in this case, since this file is not exist, it would first create that particular file in a write mode. This mode information is also stored in a structure whose address has been thrown by fopen to file pointer. So now we can run the program and file has successfully opened. Now we can write anything we want. Data has successfully written in the file. Now how we can come to know that this particular data has really written in that particular file? So in order to read from a file, there is a built-in function, that is fgutc. We will use it, but in order to use it, first of all we will have to open the file in a read mode. Since file has been closed by fclose function, here again we will open the file in a read mode. File ptr by using the function of open. First argument input file dot text, that is the file name, and second argument the file opening mode, that is read mode in this case. So in order to read the file, there is a built-in function, that is fgutc. Let's use it. fgutc, which require a single argument, that is the pointer to the file, which is file ptr in this case. So here we have write a logic that while it's not equal to end of file. So fgutc, not gutch. So what will this function will do? Its purpose is to read character by character from a file, and if the file ends, then it will return an end of file macro, which is defined in studio.h. End of file is actually 26, but here we will just discuss the end of file macro, not its value. So until the fgutc not return end of file, we will read that character and print it on the screen. So here we can display a message that data read from the file. Again, sorry, here is mistake. Again at the end we will close the file. So let's run it. File is successfully opened. Whatever you can write it. It is written in the file. Data read from the file. You can see that this is a video for the basic learning in C and blah blah blah. So this was the basics of C++ filing. C filing actually. C++ will be discussing in later videos inshallah. Hope you will gain something from this video. Till next video, take care and Allah Hafiz.